Wonder if they have a tavern.
Very well.
There's nothing for you here. It's mine. I've claimed it. You've come to take my claim. You city folk are all alike. Stone-blinded blunderfoots. Well, I found it first.
Bah, he's a bloody scavenger. Good as sodding gone.
Be gone, you! You'll bring the Dark Ones back, you will. They'll crunch your bones.
Word has it you could only survive down here by eating the Darkspawn dead.
It burns when it goes down. It burns! It's my claim, not yours. Crunch your bones!
These beasts are surely dangerous. As you say.
Now we can laugh.
I suppose that could have been worse.
Very well. As you say.
Go away! This is mine! Only I gets to plunder its riches! It's mine! I'm the one who found it! I drove out the crawlers! Now it's mine! Everything was here. Everything the crawlers did not already take. Rocks, and tents, and worms. It's all mine! You won't take anything from Ruck? You won't take his shiny worms? Or pretty rocks? See, you are here to rob Ruck. I knew it! I knew it! Get out! Get out!
We will need to fight. Shortly.
Well, I suppose that could have been worse.
Yes. It will be done.
Looks like that bone picker is living in Bronca's old camp. Did you see the marks on the floor? There were a lot of people and fires there once. Now I know she's not here anymore. She'd never have let something like that sleep in the same spot she did.
Another battle, I see.
Finally, we get to the good part. Pathetic little existences.
You will learn to fear me. Let us end this.
Yes. Of course. Yes.
You have restored that which was cut asunder, and revealed my hiding place. Speak your intention. Seek you vengeance or reward? My deception was convenience not cowardice. A fight you want. A fight you shall have.
Oh, this should be...
This is a waste of time.
I am done with that one.
We will need to fight shortly. You will not win! Yes. It will be done. Yes. the stone, I shall prevail. They'll need help right away!
You're gonna pay!
As you say. It will be done. Of course.
Bronco was thinking about me. I knew she still cared. Old softy. Looks like the dead trenches is our next stop then. They say the Darkspawn nest there. Whole herds of them. But if that's where Bronco went, then that's where I'm going.
It will be done. As you say. Very well.
I am your death! Too easy! I see. It's your time to die! You will not
Let them believe they hold us here. The throne is sealed. We'll beat them to their vile birthing ground.
It will be done. You are
begin the onslaught! Now we get our answer.
Trasvala, Grey Warden. I've never seen one of your kind in the deep roads. I recognize a fighter of Darkspawn. It marks you. It's why we in the Legion of the Dead abandon our lives so we can face them without fear. It's a sacrifice I understand Grey Wardens are familiar with. What do you want here, Warden? The Darkspawn squat in our tunnels between blights. Why would you pull us away from our defense? Give me a good dwarven reason. You're working for a fool. We follow the throne, which is empty. Below that is politics, beneath Legion notice. That's the benefit of our oath. What? Does he need some weight to swing the vote in the Assembly? I suppose you're sweeping the vents for Paragons. It's not my job to shore up the Assembly chasing dead legends. The Legion holds a line so those fools have time to put an ass on the throne. After that, we'll be the first into the dead trenches. Might even tackle your blight, though that's a surfacer's problem. You want to go digging blind? You go right ahead. Why? The other kingdoms only care when the Darkspawn march in the light. But they are always here. Always pushing. You lived here, you know. Blights take so long because we keep Darkspawn in check. A surge on the surface would reduce the pressure on us. When the time comes, I'll care for a good dwarven reason. Sod the rest. Black Dusters I've heard of respect. Never seen it. And if it exists, it wasn't meant for me. But if you're looking for Paragons, you may as well look for the Anvil. And Endless Lyrium. Wondering what your life would be like if you'd stayed in Orzammar? Few others of our kind would have you. We accept anyone, and are revered in advance as heroes who have and will die in glorious battle. Even murderers. You'd be lucky to get it. Is your Warden Oath any better? You're guaranteed to fall to the Darkspawn. At least we must be revered. I hear the Grey Wardens have lost their standing. That's why you're chasing an empty throne. Let us know if you find any Paragons. You're as likely to find a dozen as one. And Warden, watch yourself. Drunks make poor allies.
Of course.
Another battle, I see.
This is a waste of time!
Yes. Of course.
Well, Grey Warden, I'll give you credit for backbone. You've dug a line through the spawn. Still no sense in your head, but you've got skill. Good luck, Grey Warden.
will be done. We must strike quickly. Very well. As you say. Of course. Very well. Yes. Of course. Very well. It is something. As you say, it will be done. Very well. Of course. It will be done.
Squish satisfyingly beneath my...
You want to die, do you? I might end.
I cannot be defeated.
It will be done. It is done. Very well. It will be done.
Begin the onslaught.
It will be done. As you say. Very well.
No mercy.
Yes.
It's your time to die.
Very well. It will be done.
Music! Time to dance!
Yes. As you say. Very well.
We must be careful.
Cross me
As you say. It will be done. Of course. Very well.
First day they come and catch everyone. Second day, they beat us and eat some for meat. Fifth day they return and it's another girl's turn. Sixth day, her screams we hear in our dreams. Seventh day, she grew as in her mouth they spew.
Very
Correct me.
Yes.
Time to get messy.
Eighth day we hated as she is violated. Ninth day she grins and devours her kin. Now she does feast as she's become the beast.
Yes.
First day they come and catch everyone. Second day, they beat us. What is this? Someone new? Impossible. Feeding time brings only kin and clan. I am cruel to myself. You are a dream of strangers' faces and open doors. First day they come and catch everyone. Corruption. The men did that. Their wounds festered, and their minds left. They are like dogs, marched ahead, the first to die. Not us, not me, not Laren. We are not cut. We are fed. Friends, and flesh, and blood, and bile, and all I could do was wish Laren went first. I wished it upon her so that I would be spared. But I had to watch. I had to see the change. How do you endure that? How did Branka endure? Do not talk of Branka, of what she did. Ancestors preserve us. Forgive me. I was her captain, and I didn't stop her. Her lover, and I could not turn her. Forgive her. But no, she cannot be forgiven. Not for what she did. Not for what she has become. I will not speak of her, of what she did, of what we have become. I will not turn. I will not become what I have seen. Not Laren, not Branka. She became obsessed. That is the word, but it is not strong enough. Blessed stone, there was nothing left in her but the anvil.
Very well.
We tried to escape, but they found us. They turned us.
Bunamar. I thought it would have fallen into dust by now.
kill. They're merciful. The women, they want to touch, to move, to change until you are filled with peace.
It will be done.
They took Laren. They made her eat the others, our friends. She tore off her husband's face and drank his blood. And while she ate, she grew. She swelled and turned gray, and she smelled like them. They remade her in their image. And
As you say,
he made more of them.
it will be done.
Brood mother.
As you say. This will not end well, sir.
It's your time to die!
We'll make lovely quirky noises.
Blast! Your drooling saves the dignity. day.
That's where they come from. That's why they hate us. That's why they need us. That's why they take us. That's why they feed us. But the true abomination is not that it occurred, but that it was allowed. Branka, my love. The stone has punished me, dream friend. I am dying of something worse than death. Betrayal.
Have you seen my lunch? I'm only asking. Right.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Have you been to the deep roads already? What is it? Is he dead? Oh, please don't torment me. Oh, my poor boy. I guess I knew, but I just wish I could have seen him one last time. Here, this is my husband's masterwork, the first shield he smithed. I don't have anyone to save it for anymore. I'd like you to have it, for what you risked to bring me this news.
Rumors of Grey Warden demon worship circulate. Is Lord Balin... News of the hour. Grey Wardens approve of Lord Balin's plans to deal with the Darkspawn threat.
Of course.
Warden, I'm afraid the Assembly is still locked in debate. What can I do for you? Only members of the noblest houses are eligible. Those who claim a Desha, General, or Paragon among their ancestors. As steward, I am a non-voting member. I'm not permitted to voice opinions about the vote, although I am forming some about our members. Not until something forces their hands, I'm afraid. Only Balin or Harrowmont can settle this.
I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Orton Tig? You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband! Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Orton. Oh, thank you. I have to take these to the Assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward. My name's Orta. After the old Orton house, they gave our seat back. And the records show which houses still owe House Orton money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me. I will. And I don't know what treasure is left, but whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the Tig is still there, it must have something. House Orton will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official?
Yes.
News of the hour. Lord Balin, endorsed by the Grey Warden. Could the end of Orzammar be nigh? Turn to Lord Paragon and assure them.
So, you remember your old master's name, right? And everything about him?
Is it still going on about my memory? Such focus must be incredibly difficult for it to maintain.
You don't remember killing him, or how you got all free-willed or anything. But you do remember the next 30 years?
More or less. My former master did something to me which I do not remember. What is its point?
How could you know he did something to you, unless you remember it?
Let us, for argument's sake, assume it is correct. I murdered the fool on purpose, and remember it. Why would I lie?
Because you, could do it again.
Yes. I waited 30 years, biding my time until I could strike. Soon my betrayal shall be complete.
Exactly! I knew it! Ha!
Well, do not tell anyone. I want it to be a surprise when it happens.
Stop wasting time, Warden.
It speaks.
I'm not here to chat.
It doesn't have better things to do. On then.
If Branka is anywhere, this has to be it. She will not be unprepared.
What was that?
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Well, shave my back and call me an elf. Branka, by the stone! I barely recognized you!
Ogren. It figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Ogren's ale breath?
Be respectful, woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy, then. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Endrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side. Because nobody helps Ogren. At best, Ogren's need to find me happened to coincide with the needs of someone more important.
Ah, you are impossible! This Grey Warden's come all the way from the surface to ask your help picking Endrin's successor.
I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very darkspawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here, so close I can taste it. The anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Paragon himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets. This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void. Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this imbecilic election, I must first have the Anvil. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Caridon's maze, and out to where the Anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute and see her brilliance.
I am your Paragon. I needed people to test Caridon's traps. There's no way to break through except by trial and error. I sent them in. They were all mine, pledged to be my house. Even my Hespeth. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices. As many sacrifices as are needed.
It will be done. As you say.
She shouldn't have gone. She was pledged to me. She swore she'd do whatever it took to find the anvil. There was no other choice. Most of them were dying of the taint already. But some of the women were transforming. I knew what they would become. There would be an endless supply, fresh, dark spawn. You have no idea how they carried on, holding my hand and begging to die. They had pledged me their loyalty. They had no right to fight me. They say your order is renowned for its wits as well as its brawn. Perhaps you'll do better than my poor clansmen. There's something about this place. It makes people despair.
It's your time to die! It's your time to die! You will learn to fear me!
Margaret wins again.
It will be done. As you say.
I shall do it. Cross me and you
Destruction.
It will be done.
suppose that could have been worse.
Very well. Yes. What is that? A trap? It is some kind of trap.
Idiot.
You want to die? To your side. I will not fall.
No more. Oh.
We have done well.
Now we get our hands dirty.
I will not fall. Of course.
You will be stung. It will hurt. Time to end their pathetic little existence.
I will not fall.
Finally, we get to the good part.
Yes.
Let's end this quickly.
Finally beneath my foot. Death's war changes. Crush its head last. Start on the lower digits first. Of course, my sentences.
As you say.
I am ready.
Flee while you can. You will be stopped.
Let's see what your innards look like.
I am done.
Here comes Margaret!
I am your death.
Of course. Not end well. By the stone I shall fall.
My name is Paragon. Once, longer ago than I cared to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Orzammar.
Paragon, the Paragon Smith. Alive?
Ah, there is a voice I recognize. Shale of the House of Kadash. Step forward.
You know my name. Is it you that forged me then? Is it you that gave me my name?
Have you forgotten then? Ah, it has been so long. I made you into the golem you are now, Shale. But before that you were a dwarf, just as I was. The finest warrior to serve King Valtor, and the only woman to volunteer.
The only woman? A dwarf?
I laid you on the anvil of the void, here in this very room, and put you into the form you now possess.
The anvil of the void. That is what we seek.
If you seek the anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it. Though I made many things in my time, I rose to fame and earned my status based on a single item, the Anvil of the Void. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone, as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere. So said my king. I had only intended to use volunteers, but he was not satisfied, and soon a river of blood flowed out of this place. Finally, it was too much. I refused, and so Valtor had me put on the anvil next. Not revenge. The blow of the hammer opened my eyes. My apprentices knew enough to make me as I am, but not enough to fashion a control rod. I retained my mind. You were amongst the most loyal, Shale. You remained at my side throughout, and at the end, I sent you away out of mercy.
I do not remember.
We have remained entombed here ever since, and I have sought a way to destroy the anvil. Alas, I cannot do it myself. No golem can touch it.
No! The anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
Shale, you fought to destroy the anvil once. Do not allow it to fall into unthinking hands again!
You speak of things I do not remember. You say we fought. Did you use our control rods to command us to do so?
I destroyed the rods. Perhaps my apprentices eventually learned to replace the rods. I do not know. But if so, then all they need is the anvil to make all the slaves they need. You, please, help me destroy the anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
Don't listen! He's been trapped here for 1,000 years, stewing in his own madness. Help me claim the anvil, and you will have an army like you've never seen!
Bronca, you mad, bleeding nugtail! Does this thing mean so much to you that you can't even see what you've lost to get it?
Look around. Is this what our empire should look like? A crumbling tunnel filled with dark spawn spume? The anvil will let us take back our glory!
So it fights with Caradin? Good. That seems right.
Have you no desire to discover this anvil's potential? It is a marvel, a tool of creation. You could rival the Maker himself with this instrument. If you destroy the anvil, I swear you will regret it. You would not dare. I would rather not find out. Fine. Destroy it if it pleases you.
Thank you, stranger. Your compassion shames me.
Bah! You're not the only Master Smith here, Caradin. Golems, obey me! Attack!
A control room! But, my friend, you must help me. I cannot stop her alone. Listen to me.
Of course.
Names. Long list of dwarves. Wait, hold on. We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial of all the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Norzimar, I bet they'd brown their trousers. And pay good gold for it. Probably both.
No. Perhaps it thinks I should. It may have something to do with Caradin's words. If there is some way to make a copy of these runes, I am willing to study them. Perhaps there is something to be gleaned from them, I know not.
Yes.
Another life lost because of my invention. I wish no mention of it had made it into history.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Stupid woman. Always knew the anvil would kill her.
How is it that the woman was not able to disable me as she did you, Paragon?
I do not know. Have you been altered?
I once had a pathetic little mage of a master. He did something to me, experimented on me, and then I killed him, and it rendered me paralyzed.
Perhaps he was bringing forth old memories, and caused you to remember the time when you fought at my side. The paralysis you speak of always resulted when the Master perished. As for your free will, you were always a strong woman, Shell. I am pleased to see you remain such.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Do not thank me. All of this is my doing, my legacy. But at least it ends here. I thank you for standing with me, stranger. The anvil waits there for you to shatter it.
Yes, excellent idea. Just destroy it now, after all this.
Is there any boon I can grant you for your aid? A final favor before I am freed from my burden?
Yeah. I don't suppose you can bring Bronca back. Maybe make her a golem like you.
I would not do such a thing to her, even if I could.
Somehow I didn't think so. Well, and I don't want anything that would remind me of this. Best it's just done. There is still the matter of the election. I mean, we still need a Paragon to get the Assembly support, right?
For the aid you've given me, I shall put hammer to steel one last time, and give you a crown for the king of your choice. There, it is done. Give it to whom you will. I do not wish to hear their names, nor anything more of them. I have already lived far beyond my time. I have no place here. You have my eternal thanks, stranger. A trust in all tongue sharp. May you always find your way in the dark.
pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news? Yeah, those Deshers have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
Well, Warden, what news do you bring?
Caridin was trapped in the body of a golem. This warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the Anvil of the Void. Before he died, Caridin forged a crown for Orzamar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
I would like to believe Ogren's word, but it's well known the Grey Warden is Balin's hireling.
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Ortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Caridin choose?
At last, this farce is ended, and I can take my rightful place on my father's throne.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
Do you acknowledge me as king?
I cannot defy a Paragon. The throne is yours, King Balin.
Then as my first act as king, I call for this man's execution. Guards, seize him! You know better than anyone the war facing us, Warden. Orzammar cannot afford to be divided. Anyone undermining my reign is serving only the Darkspawn. I will return to my palace to gather my generals and prepare our forces for the surface. I will see you there, Warden. You have my gratitude for all you have done for me. Now I can embrace you as a brother. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon. Nor I. She and young Endrin will stand beside me at my inauguration. My generals are already preparing for a mission to the surface. When you have need of us, you shall have every able-bodied dwarf in Orzammar. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. This is an ancient mace of House Idukan. It's said to be enchanted against Darkspawn. I think you need it more than I do. Now, I have much to do. If there is nothing else... I'll see what I can do. Now, I must address my other petitioners. Come back and visit sometime.
The throne restored and legends put to rest. Incredible. If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly. You'll have us. It's time the surfaces saw the good the stone can unleash. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
Most impressive, Warden. King Balin's ascent to his father's throne has been recorded in the memories. Is there something more I can help you with? What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
My Balin is on the throne, and it's all thanks to you. I knew we could count on you. I have to go now. Balin wants little Endrin and me dolled up for the inauguration. I thought that might happen. I'm sorry. I know you two had fun together, but Lesky never had your strength. If Jarvia leaned on him, he would have bent to whatever she wanted. That's how he stayed in favor with Barat. But don't let that spoil what you've accomplished here. My Balin is on the throne, and I have to go now. Balin wants little Endrin and me dolled up for the inauguration. Come down and visit sometime, little brother.
Both of you putting on airs. Too good to spend any time with your own man.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harriman take to the streets.
Well, I see what sort of company you've taken up.
You couldn't hurt me if you wanted to, Witch. You know that? Yeah.
'Tis so.
Dwarves resist
pity
magic.
for a poor old man.
There's nothing you could do.
Nothing. I could not, for instance, kick you in your manhood.
Oh.
Do you wish to see?
Not necessary.
Well, the offer stands.
Give me a moment. Why, the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there. Sodding fabulous. It'll be like being drunk all the time, but without spending all that time actually swallowing. Nothing over your head. At all. Just any time a great sodding big bird can fly overhead and take you away. You people are mad out here. That's all I'm saying. Well, let's get moving. We're losing, daylight. That looks fine indeed. That looks fine indeed.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. Harold Wolf has gone to Denerim to plead his case with Tyrn Loghain, I hear. West Hills has been hit hard by the Darkspawn, and Wolf wants the fighting over the throne to stop. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Enchantment?
If there's anything I can do, I'm sure...
That looks fine indeed. That looks fine indeed. By my ancestors, this is a wonderful gift!
Shale of House Kadash. Is that who I once was? I find this difficult to believe. I am not a dwarf. Or at least, I'm not a dwarf any longer. If I was this Shale of House Kadash, as Caridin said, there must be some evidence of my existence remaining. I must find it. There is another way. What Caridin said, it has allowed me to remember one thing. I believe I know where Kadash Taig is. Its offer is appreciated. I will mark the location on its map. If we can journey there soon, I am most curious as to what we will find.
There you are. Wanted to talk to you. Here we go. You and I, you know how sometimes you spend time with people and things. What? Keep your hands where I can see them. Sheesh. Can a man address a friend without getting all weird? I was just asking a favor. You had to go all that on me. I was thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously. What? Oh, you mean where we were running? Oh, aye. After Bronca left for the deep roads. Name's Felsi. She was a fiery one. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living. I tried to look her up the last time we were at Lake Calenhad. She wasn't at work at the inn. At home with her sick mother, they said. I figured it was just the ancestors telling me something. But I keep thinking about her. Well, and a good friend you are, Warden. I'll think about you if we ever... no, actually, that would be gross. No, what was it you wanted to say? You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. You're a monster on the field already, Warden. But your style just doesn't give itself to mad rage. Too much thinking, too much, finesse. But if you know someone fit for this type of work, I'll teach him. It'll be nice to have another berserker to grunt at for a change. If you want to think like a berserker, drop fair from your vocabulary. If it works, that's all. What about? You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved. I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight, and when you win, and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for. Yeah, if that's how you feel, I'll try that out next time the Darkspawn are chewing on your leg. This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions? What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back. It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Oh, who'd have thought? Ale made with grain. Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy. Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why. Nothing. I'm fine. Just, I got a hornet in my eye is all. Did you want to talk about something? What about? Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway. Oh, you don't know her. She was cracked like a glass floor. Before she was a Paragon, I mean. After that, she really fell apart. I mean, she leaves me and flits about with that water-dart Hespith. What's she got that I don't? Just the thought of the two of them together, kissing and licking and intertwined on the floor of the deep roads. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the tent for a moment. Excuse me.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected.
It'll do, sure. It'll do, sure.
I have a question for it, if it will indulge me. It chose to side with Caridin and destroy the Anvil of the Void. I agree with its decision, and yet the Paragon Branca was the reason it ventured into the deep roads. Why did it choose to defy her? It could not have known for certain that Caridin would be able to assist it with the dwarves. That was quite the risk. I am pleased that it worked as it did. At any rate, I wanted to thank it. It gave Caridin the end he wanted, and I'm pleased to have been a part of it. I will have to think on Caridin's words to me. It was a great deal to absorb, but for now, let us go on.
Ask away. Of course.
What say you? By all means.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you? Of course. Yes, a little better. Time heals all wounds, so they say. Scars remain, but they are just colors in the painting that is my life, no? Yes, that is what I'm saying. I wish things had happened differently, but knowing her and knowing me, I don't think it could have. We had good times though, and I look back on those fondly. Whatever happened after will never change the truth of the past. It's not so bad. Look, now I have new friends, a new family. In spite of it all, life is good. I know that look. You have something on your mind. Of course. I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? I don't know. I think returning to Orlais would be the first order of business. Marjolaine may be dead, but who knows what other events she set in motion in the years I was away. I deserve a fresh start, and I cannot have that if I am pursued by people from my past. They must be dealt with. I was hoping a firm warning would suffice, but you never know. I may have to seek a more permanent solution, and after that, who knows? The wide world awaits. There's so much out there, adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating. You're welcome to come along if you like. It is settled then. You and I wandering the world, seeking our fortunes. I can't wait. I know that look. You have something on your mind. Of course. There are many rumors about spies, or legion or otherwise. What are you referring to exactly? I admit I have done many despicable things in my lifetime. I do what I have to do. So do you. So does everybody. Sometimes we must do terrible things to get what we want. If it is any consolation, I always try to use non-violent means to achieve my ends. Some bards rely on torture to get what they want. It works effectively, as many will bend under the threat of bodily harm. But there are better ways, more subtle and kind. You will be surprised how easily a person will open up to you, even if all you offer is a listening ear. People respond eagerly to others who they believe understand them. They seek approval, friendship, sometimes love. This can be exploited. They never complained. Well, they did, but usually after they found out what I had done. Never during. Everyone can be seduced by the right woman. The trick is predicting who she is and becoming her. Master the game, and no one can resist you. If I might be so bold, yes, I was quite good at it. Sometimes, all I had to do was toss a glance and a smile. Men read promises into such things and will go to great lengths to see that promise fulfilled. That is what they all say. I suppose we will never know, will we? I'm certainly not going to test you. Since we are relying on each other, we should not have a relationship based on insincerity, yes? That would be foolish. All right. When I feel the urge to charm you, I promise it shall be with an open and honest heart. But come, it is getting late, and there is much to be done.
Pull up a drink, Warden. Join me in my sodding hole. Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something? What about? All right. Aye, all right then. Ass chaps.
It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do. I did not think it needed to be said. It has never told me what gender it is, has it? Good for it. I am sure that to other creatures as soft and weak as itself, that would be perfectly obvious. The truth is that whatever gender I was is irrelevant now. I am a golem. I have no gender. It will not become an issue. Good. Let us leave it at that. Now, let us crush something soft and watch it fountain blood. That is a girlish thing to want to do, yes?
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?